But first, before we get into the Jackpot Hunter action, we got some Lucky 4 bingo to get done. $14,753 of total prizes, and you guys just have 40 seconds to get enrolled into this game. And we are streaming live on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube and Twitch.
Absolutely, so definitely check out those streams, and especially if you're at a location that just got one of those brand new Pilot TVs, you can find yourself at a location like Smiley's Tavern, B&L Bar, Moen's Bar, Rodney's Tavern, Oleander Saloon, Big Dog Sports Cafe, or even the Lamplighter Bar.
Definitely some great locations there getting signed up. And if you're at a location that has a Pilot TV and we didn't mention your location, send in a great player pick with that Pilot TV and we'll shoot you out some luck. So hopefully you can take home some of these great jackpots we have on the line, especially during this happy hour. Probably my favorite bingo happening during this happy hour. But here we are in Lucky 4 bingo. $14,000 on the line. We'll see if anybody can win this one. As has to be perfect. No, not happening. We'll see if we can give out the major prize, as we still have a shot at that one, as people have to be perfect from here on out to take it home. And it doesn't look like Fred, Trisha, Hubs, or any of the other players that were 2 balls away were quite able to do it. We do have a shot at this mini prize. And we no longer have a shot at this mini prize. Now we're working on a must-go prize of $2 with a bunch of players 2 balls away. We'll see if we can give this out really soon, as sometimes this takes a while to go out.
Yeah, but that's all right. You guys will have another opportunity right at 6 p.m. after we finish up these next 23 games of Jackpot Hunter for you guys to get another opportunity at that over 14 grand jackpot.
Super, super exciting stuff. And we always get super excited to give out jackpots. And we've given out 22 jackpots over the last week. 477 jackpots during this season 11, and we added 4 more to that total just yesterday.
Absolutely, and that first one we gave out was out to Brother Nate over at the Chart House, who got to take home $690.
Yes, good job, Brother Nate. Let's see. I'm still keeping my eye out on this one, as we are creeping close to when it usually goes out. And there it is, Hubs and Tim. Hubs at Johnny B's and Tim over at Pappy's of Andover, splitting up, each getting $1 in that $2 must go. 7, 15, 70, and 67 are our lucky 4 numbers. But we're going to be paying attention to game number 7 and game number 15.
Absolutely, but you guys have just about 3.5 minutes to get enrolled in this first game of Jackpot Hunter, where we have $269 on that minor. It's going to continue to grow as you guys get enrolled. We also have that major at $31,729. 54 balls or less, guys. I can't wait to see if we can give this out in the next 2 hours with you.
Yeah, that's the one I got my eye out on. I mean, the major prize, 54 balls or less, definitely doable. So get enrolled to these games on this lovely Thursday. But let's talk about Wednesday. Wednesday's jackpots, we had a lot of them. We had 69 T-Bird after Brother Nate taking home a jackpot over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $786.
Nicely done. And next up, we had Sarah Money getting a jackpot over at VFW Austin, taking home $791.
And then the final jackpot on Wednesday went out to Mab over at VFW Northfield, taking home $752. The only jackpot out of the jackpots that weren't in Jackpot Hunter.
Absolutely. But jumping into the jackpots that were in Jackpot Hunter that didn't quite make it over that $600 amount, players like Brother Nate, 69 T-Burn, as well as Sarah Honey all won those jackpots during the yesterday's happy hour show. But we had 2 other ones that we gave out, like the one that went out to Will Lisa over at Willard's Bar at Bacchus, who got to take home $538.
Good job, Willissa. We also had Taco Doggy over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $570.
Apparently, Taco Doggy was going crazy yesterday during happy hour.
Really? Had a bunch of wins?
Yeah.
That's super fun. I know it was a favorite of John and Will's yesterday. So hopefully we'll see another Taco Doggy sighting. And I tried to figure out, you know, how there's wiener dogs.
Yeah.
I was like, what could be a taco dog? And I couldn't
You're yet
figure it
to
out.
figure that out.
And I came to the conclusion that it's a wiener dog with tall legs.
Interesting.
I don't know. That's what came to mind when I thought of a taco dog.
That's really interesting. Usually when dogs get mixed with Dachshund, they get the body of the bigger dog, but the legs of the Dachshund still.
Yeah, I don't want that. That's not what I want out of the taco dog. I want the taco dog to be wiener dog body with long legs.
I'll never forget, there was a dog that my neighbor had, and it was a lab wiener dog mix, and it had a huge, thick body and just like these itty tiny bitty legs. And I was just absolutely in shock the first time I saw the thing.
It probably looks so funny because its head is probably
was
so
running,
much
and
larger
it was
than.
bobbing. I'm sure it's so heavy on his body. Like,
Oh my goodness, that's craziness. Well, I like to imagine some kind of mixture of a wiener dog and something else, being a taco doggy. But good job, taco doggy, getting the
wouldn't
win.
that just be a Chihuahua?
No, that's not a Chihuahua. I mean,
A Chihuahua was the Taco Bell dog.
It was the Taco Bell dog. I guess. I mean.
He has since passed, but
Yeah. I was a big fan of Beverly Hills Chihuahuas, so I guess I can get behind it.
oh my goodness, yeah, that has George Lopez in it.
I don't remember a single thing about that
That's the
movie.
only thing I remember.
All I remember is that it exists, and so I quote it a semi-often amount just talking about.
Really? Yeah, I couldn't
Beverly
tell you the
Hills
last
Chihuahuas.
time I thought of Beverly Hills Chihuahuas. All 5 movies they had.
Do they have 5 movies?
I have no idea.
I
I
only-
knew they just continue to keep putting them out. I've only seen the first one, but
Yeah, I only watched like one of the first one of that Chihuahua series.
yes, that's how I was too. I think Drew Barrymore is also in it.
Huh, interesting. That's pretty funny with such a just all over the place.
Oh, we just got a picture of the Taco Bell dog. We're riding on Ben's wings tonight. Thank you for checking in.
Oh, interesting. Well, it's a Chihuahua, so I guess that's the one we got to go with, Taco Dog. Well, good job getting a win yesterday during these Jackpot Hunter games. Now we're working on these games right here, as that minor prize got over $300 while we got enrolled. So that means it'll be clicking up from 60 to 64 balls or less if we can't give it out in 60 balls or less.
Absolutely, but I hope we can give out a prize nice and early and get things started off on the right foot today. But if you guys want to stay in the know about all things Pilot Games and keep up with to date with all of the different things that we release, like our latest E-Tab game that's been out for just about 3 weeks now, it's called Break the Bank. You can check that out and play alongside a couple of those super fun characters. Pick a lucky safety deposit box in that banker bonus round to win some huge prizes. But if you want to see all the stuff that gets posted about it and all the stuff that gets posted when we have new E-Tabs in general, our Facebook page is the place to be. You can keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. If you're new to Pilot Games out there and want to have a helpful link tree, that link tree on our Facebook page will be the place for you to check out. It has direct links to all of our different streams, social medias, as well as all the locations that you guys can play Pilot Games at.
Definitely a great use to be able to find all that information on our Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely love it. I looked up the cast real quick of Beverly Hills Chihuahua just because I wanted to see what stars were in it. You got Cheek from Cheek Martin. Cheech, that's what I meant to say. You got Madison Paytas, obviously George Lopez and Drew Barrymore that we talked about.
Those were like the two that I remember.
Yeah, Andy Garcia.
Before
Jamie
we go
Lee Curtis is
over
in it
more,
too. That's funny.
We got Bull at Corner Bar and Good Hughes, Spanky 303, as well as Majorous, all splitting up that must-go prize of $80 going in between your guys' pockets. I actually don't remember a lot of those people who they played.
Yeah, well, I think
Are they just dogs?
some of them are dogs, some of them are real people. I'm not sure which are
Yeah.
which, but I think it's hilarious that it's got such a star-studded cast.
Yes, it was. It was a big production when it was done.
Hey, I remember the first one. I laughed at it. The first one that I watched.
Yeah, I was young enough. I liked it. I still liked Chihuahuas at that point in my life.
But the second one, it was past its time for me at that point.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I might have watched it, but it was like a one-time watch that we only watched because we found the first one funny when we watched it. So definitely some funny stuff. But we got 1 minute and 40 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. That minor jackpot clicked up to 64 balls or less, $491 available on that minor prize, and it will only grow as more people get enrolled. That major prize is sitting at $31,905 that you take home in 54 balls or less. So might as well just take it home in that amount and take home the major and minor prize and combine them right together.
Absolutely. And there's only 3 movies.
Only 3 of them? Well, what a short-lived series. We do have a little bit of daily bingo we got to get into as we run Twins Bingo from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. But before that, you get a chance to have a cup of Joe with Jordy. We do a show where we talk about all the great progressives, all the shakeups that happen in the standings. And you guys can find any updates about Pilot Games / Pilot TV and stay up to date.
Absolutely. It's just a short little 20-minute segment that gets the day started off. Then it finishes up just 10 minutes before we hop into that Twins Bingo that goes from 12 to 1. And did you
$8 grand jackpot now. Wasn't given out.
I forgot if I was on there or not. I was just like,
no,
did I?
It was me and Will for Twins Bingo, and we were not able to give out that great jackpot.
Well, that just means you guys got to come out tomorrow from 12 to 1 and try your hand at it then. But after that, from 1 to 4, that's when you guys get the opportunity at the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter, always having that minor, major, and mega on the line. It's awesome when that minor goes out and starts clean slate every $50 increment. It'll go up from 52 to 56, 60, and then cap off at 64 balls every $50 increment. While that cash will continue to grow, that ball count will cap off at 64 balls for you guys, but that is completely doable, and they give out multiple prizes each and every day.
Yeah. Then after that, you get at 4 p.m. a little bit of Lucky 4 bingo action, which is the start of our happy hour bingo. We do that, and then we have another shot at Lucky 4 bingo at 6 p.m. We're going to have another shot at $14,000 as we did not give it out in that first game, but in the meantime, you're going to have a shot at 23 games of Jackpot Hunter. We're already in game number 2 of Jackpot Hunter with some great prizes on the line. I mean, $535 available on that minor prize. And if you win it in 64 balls or less, you'll add that must-go prize on top of it, getting a really, really good chunk of change.
Absolutely. I'm just hoping we can give out this major in the next 22 games. I'm itching for it.
Oh, yeah. You know it's a good jackpot when the Yags crew is out there. I see Yags 370 and Mrs. Yags out there playing.
Oh, yeah, trying to get that in their pocket. I don't blame you guys. But after this, you guys will get a full 4 hours of uninterrupted Skull Bingo after we finish off our happy hour show with that second opportunity at that over 14 grand jackpot in Lucky 4 Bingo. But tonight, you guys will get a lot of opportunities at taking home the line prize in that Skull Bingo. That's sitting at about $157 at 10 balls or less. That large frame at $1,346 at 43 balls or less, as well as that coverall prize that's sitting at $3,348 at 50 balls or less.
Definitely some great stuff in Skull Bingo. In the last 2 nights, we had some fun interruptions of that Skull Bingo because we had both of our PGL nights. Last night was a Twins Wednesday, the first Twins Wednesday of the season, and it's going to be running from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Bunch of PGL game tournament action, as well as a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale that you take home $12,586, and if you win it in 52 balls or less on a 25-cent card.
Absolutely, but on Tuesday nights are the nights that get kick-started each week for our specialty nights, and so if you guys want to come out for that, next Tuesday night is the night to be there at 6:40 when MegaSota game night gets started. It's the only opportunity you have to see Tony and Nikki taking the helm and giving out as many PGO points and jackpots as possible. They even have the $1 edition of Jackpot Jungle that'll end off their night. In 54 balls or less, you could take home $12,369.
But the biggest player in the Jackpot Hunter standings this season, last season, it's Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, taking home over $600 on that one. Looks like it's going to be like $695. Really good stuff for Bobo.
Absolutely. And you can't forget that 85 cents.
No, don't want to forget the 85 cents. Definitely a good chunk of change heading to your pocket. And he's joining up our jackpot list because that was over $600. Make sure you take a player pick, Bobo, so we can see your smiling face next to that great jackpot.
Absolutely. Please do so. That would be a lot of fun. But you guys have just about 2 minutes to get enrolled in this game number 3 as we go over some of the great national days for you guys today.
Yeah, the first one is World Inflammatory Bowel Disease Day. During the month of May, World Inflammatory Bowel Disease Day brings awareness to the chronic disease affecting 5 million people worldwide.
Wow, this definitely affects a wide spread of the population. This is definitely a great day to shed some light and educate a little bit. I know there's a whole bunch of different inflammatory, digestive diseases that happen each and every day today on everyone's life, but there's so many different ones, and so it's a good day to kind of peek away and kind of zone in on one of them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize when they have those inflamed bowels or irritable bowel
anything
stuff.
that has to do with gut health or your digestive system in general. There are so many people out there that have no idea what's actually going on in there.
Yeah, they just think it's normal to get a stomach ache after every meal.
I mean, that was me for the majority of my life.
Yeah, definitely. So we like to highlight this disease as we can educate, get more educated on it, or support the people who deal with this chronic disease.
Absolutely. But on our next National Day, this is one a little bit yummier, and it is National Devil's Food Cake Day. Life is a little bit better on May 19th with the flavor and richness of National Devil's Food Cake Day to be enjoyed by chocolate cake lovers throughout the country and around the world.
Yeah, Devil's Food Cake, super tasty. I mean, a chocolatey dessert is always going to get my backing.
Absolutely. I am a big sucker for Devil's Food Cake. I think it is better than chocolate cake.
Oh yeah, I didn't know what the difference was between Devil's Food Cake and just like regular chocolate cake was, but it was actually the use of additional baking soda, which raises the pH level and makes the cake deeper and darker mahogany color. Devil's Food Cake incorporates butter, flour, and less eggs than other chocolate cakes.
Yeah, see, I never compared it to chocolate cake. I always thought it was just a darker version of red velvet cake.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because those are my two favorite cakes. Red velvet definitely takes the cake, but Devil's Food Cake is a close second. But Devil's Food Cake is typically made with a coffee or sour cream-like base, while red velvet has more of a tangier flavor with the liquids they use, like a buttermilk.
Oh, okay.
Rather than like a cream or like something a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I would have never compared the two. I thought I think of them very separately. I like both.
I don't know why. I always confused them.
Red velvet cake.
Okay, Devil's Food Cake is like a mix of chocolate and red velvet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I always get, for some reason, I don't even think they're similar. A red velvet just mixed with like cheesecake.
What?
I just think it's cheesecake. When someone says red velvet cake, I think of cheesecake.
Really?
Yeah, but it's really red velvet cheesecake, which is super popular.
Yeah, and red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting
is popular.
That's the typical combo. Maybe that's why you've made that correlation.
But I always think of it as cheesecake.
It's so weird. No, that's definitely something I have never heard personally. But, I mean, red velvet cake, any way you spin it, is just a classic cake.
I was just making sure that red velvet cheesecake existed so that
I'm
didn't
sure
feel
it does. I'm sure you could go to the Cheesecake Factory and absolutely find
that's
it on the menu.
that's where I remember it. Is like red velvet cheesecake was a thing there when I went to the Cheesecake Factory.
Well, they have like over how many different cheesecakes do they offer?
That's the only example of cheesecake that I really have. I don't eat a lot of cheesecake, so that's.
I don't either.
Yeah, well, happy National Devil's Food Cake Day. I could definitely eat some Devil's Food Cake today.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe I'll make a pit stop to see if I can find some. But we do have 58 balls dropped on that one. That means that we've clicked over on all of our jackpots and working on a $43.40 must-go prize, as we'll see if any of these players can get the win on this one.
But we have one last National Day to go over. But before we do that, we do have a winner.
Yeah, we have LaBound or LabOund over at Boudreaux's Bar 2, taking home $43.40.
Nicely done. That was game number 3. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 4 for you guys. And this final National Day is National May Ray Day. May 19th is the time of the year that National May Ray Day celebrates the bright sunshine, warmer weather with just a slight breeze to cool your skin.
Yeah, love May. Super, super good stuff. It was super exciting when we got into May. It just felt like it turned to summer.
It did.
As we don't
really
get a
quickly.
spring here in
No.
the Midwest.
We have winter, we have wet winter, and then we have summer.
Yeah, it just goes straight to summer. And so I'm glad that we got summer kind of started, getting those warm weather, seeing the green go onto all the trees.
It's a little disheartening that it's May Ray Day today when this past week the entire Midwest has just been under scattered severe thunderstorms.
Yes, it has been a little stormy, but hey, it's kind of like our April. That's what you got a lot of showers. You got to help get those plants ready for the summer.
Yeah.
exactly. We just don't get we just get a very later spring.
Yes.
But it's also 75 degrees, which is about the hottest it gets here.
Yeah, but I mean, yesterday was 50 degrees.
Yeah, it was. It was raining all day though. Well, I love the sun. And what is your favorite sunshine activity? No limitations on it.
Swimming.
Swimming, just swimming.
Swimming outside.
Okay, that's a pretty just simple favorite thing to do.
It is. Any body of water, if I can sit in it and feel the sun on my skin, I am happy.
Yeah, but that's everything outside, outdoors on the beach kind of thing. So it's just
Well, I don't want to.
swimming?
Yeah, I don't want to limit it to just the beach. I mean, the beach is my absolute favorite place to be in the summer. But I also love a good pool. I love a good backyard. You know, I'm really not going to discriminate. Any body of water that I can sit in and swim in and feel the sun on me, that's my favorite.
Okay, I chose jet skiing. I was like, well, you lose a couple brain cells as soon as you grab onto the throttle of a jet ski, and it just becomes a little bit more fun.
I thought you were going to say, like, chucking a ball or back and forth or something as your favorite thing.
No, that's too lame. Why would I choose that as, like, the thing I would choose to do on the sunshine?
Because you choose to do it a lot.
Yeah, but that's because I don't have the choice of jet skiing.
That's very true.
If I had the choice of jet skiing every single time, I would probably choose jet skiing over throwing the ball.
Well, if we're talking about water activities, then paddleboarding for sure over swimming.
That's gonna be your favorite thing to
Yes.
do. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, there's got to be some more. If you could choose something else, if every choice is available to you.
Yeah, I'm just a simple gal. Any body of water makes me happy.
I just
about
love the
it.
sun. That's just
Yeah.
being able to get hit by the sun is probably the best thing about the summer. And so, happy National May Ray Day.
Absolutely, but we got players 22 balls away. We've already clicked up over $100 on this miner, so if it doesn't go out in this game, it'll be clicking up to 56 for you guys in the next.
I don't know. I also like playing yard games. That's also one of my favorite summertime things, like throwing bags or playing.
Yeah.
What's the spike ball? Spike ball. Any of those little games, they're super fun.
Yeah, I like cornhole and horseshoes, but other than that, I'm not very coordinated, so I don't do that well.
Yeah, I come from a competitive family that
Oh my
we
goodness, yeah.
get into the whole entire yard game thing. Now we're not even that great at it. I mean, sometimes there's some of them that we're
I
good
was gonna
at.
say you guys are pretty good.
But like, I don't know, like compared to my uncle's like amazing at cornhole, and he just walks around us in the cornhole arena. I wish I could play in an arena, but he's really, really good. It makes me feel like I'm just terrible at it, and so I'm just convinced I need to get a lot better before I can go over and like compete with that level of competition.
Yeah, no, I get that. He is a pretty intimidating dude to go up against in cornhole. Talks a lot of smack.
Yeah, I had one of my favorite memories is this is like year after I graduated high school. I was going to some of my buddies who were just graduating the year after open houses.
Yeah.
And me and one of my buddies, we played two dads that played in like cornhole leagues and stuff like that. And they were like good.
Yeah.
And we kept up with them. We ended up losing, but they were good enough to be able to like place their bags and stuff like that. And me and my friend, we were just on a hot streak throwing the bags, and so we were able to keep up with them score wise, but ended up losing.
Yeah, that's all right. It's still fun.
Oh, it was probably the best I've ever played in cornhole, and I ended up losing the game. So,
That's all right.
but I feel accomplished anyways. But we do have a winner in this game. It is a split win between KYM and Hoosier over at Beartown Lodge and KYM over at Broadway Pizza Coon Rapids. Good job to both those winners, splitting up $46 on that one, as that minor prize is going to be clicking up from 52 to 56 in this game number 5.
Absolutely. You guys have just a couple minutes to get enrolled. That miner is clicking up over to 56 balls. Hopefully you guys can get it up over $200 in this enrolling screen so it can click up another 4 in this next game and get things interesting for you once again.
Yeah, let's talk about some Twins news though now, as we are 22-16 on the season. We just had a really good game.
Did we?
Yeah, we actually talked about it last night because we were able to be after the game.
That's right.
Yeah, Carlos Carrera went 2 for
Oh.
4 with an RBI double in his return from a stint on the injury list caused by a bruised middle finger on his right hand. And the Minnesota Twins set a season high for runs Wednesday in a 14-4 rout of the Oakland Athletics. Gary Sanchez went 2 for 4 with a double and 3 RBIs. Luis Arraez, Ryan Jeffers, and Gilberto Castino each drove in 2 runs. Gio Ursula, Jorge Polanco, Max Kepler, and Nick Gordon also had RBIs for the Twins, who won the first series in Oakland since 2011, stopping a 9-series losing streak.
Yeah, that is super good to see. I'm really just glad that entire stint with the Astros is over, so we can just put that behind us. Forget about it.
Stop talking about it. We just finished our series with the Athletics. That's a whole nother series behind us. I don't want to talk about the Astros. The Astros, they're nothing to me.
Carlos Carrera is lucky that he didn't break or actually do damage to his finger. I couldn't imagine getting hit right in the finger with a pitch.
Oh yeah, that has to be one of the
goodness.
most painful experiences.
Just against the bat too.
Oh yeah, because those guys pitch so hard in the MLB. It's very impressive. But I'm glad that he's back. I think a big reason why we were missing his leadership during that Astros series because he was injured for the entirety of the Astros series. And so having him back in our locker room obviously boded well for us getting the offense done as we scored 14 points yesterday. And hopefully we could show that same offensive firepower tomorrow as the Twins are taking on the Royals at 7:10 p.m.
All right. And how many games will they go up against them for?
Ooh, I'm not sure what this series is looking like against the Royals. We'll see how many games we got as well as when they are happening. Okay, the first game is looking like we obviously are going to be playing tomorrow at 7:10. Then we have a Saturday game against them at 6:10. A Sunday game against them at 1:10, and then we go on to play the Tigers.
All right, and then we join back up with the Royals once again and go up against them once we get into that final week of May.
Yeah, really exciting stuff. Glad that we can take on these Royals, as I feel like we can get some wins against this Royals, as the Royals have they been pretty good this season? Let's check on their record so far this season. I want to figure out if they have been a good team, but it seems like it's harder to find their record than I was expecting. So I'm excited for our Minnesota Twins to take on the Royals. We've been really good this season, and hopefully we can continue on that track. But we are in this game number 5 with balls dropping.
Absolutely. I'm going to see if I can quickly find how they are doing, but
yeah, I'm going to look at the Twins' ranking in the AL Central. They are still at that number 1 spot in the AL Central. Very, very commanding lead as they have a 4-win lead on the White Sox. The Guardians are in 3rd. Royals are in 4th as they are 14-22 this season, almost a complete reverse of our Minnesota Twins. And so that does bode well for some wins in our favor.
All righty. But we got 48 balls drawn so far. We got a bunch of players 8 balls away. Hopefully we can get a little bit closer as we move in on these jackpots. If not, we have a $63.20 must-go prize in this game number 5.
Yeah, we're in that game number 5 right now.
Right.
I wanted to check out to see if our Twins are anywhere up in the power rankings right now. And it looks like ESPN right now has us at number 12 in their power rankings. They did drop us one ranking from 11 to 12, but that's probably due to our few losses to the Astros. But we should be coming back with Carlos Carrera back in the lineup. We should be better than ever.
But we do have a winner as Bub Nan over at Rustic Saloon is taking home that must-go prize, $63.20 going in your pocket.
Yeah, now we're getting rolled into a game number 6 of Jackpot Hunter. And we have a great E-Tab to talk about involving our Twins. Twins win. Pick a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round and see if you can win some Grand Slam prizes.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun, so you can guys definitely get some prizes while you guys are playing that. But if you guys want to show some support in a different way, just come out from 12 to 1 tomorrow for that Twins bingo, where you guys will be earning some cash as well as some awesome points going towards your standings in the Twiking zone.
Oh yeah, and our player standings sit like this. In 10th place, we got Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon with 104,000 points. With 107,000 points in 9th place, we got Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill. 8th place is Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar with 118,000 points. With 123,000 points in 7th place, we got Yo-Yo over at Halfley's Bar. 6th place is Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 136,000 points. With 153,000 points in 5th place, getting bumped back from 4th, we got GTZ over at the Midi. Moving up from 5th into 4th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Steve O's with 156,000 points. With 176,000 points in 3rd place, we got Simbob over at the Bedrock. 2nd place is Nan over at Corky's Bar Southaven with 191,000 points. And in 1st place, we got Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine with 251,000 points, just dominating so far in this season. With Nan closing in on the 200,000 point club, we'll see if she can close that gap. But Scrub Eye has been really dominant so far in this season.
Absolutely. It's going to take a big push to close that gap, but we'll see what happens in this tail end of season 11. But I'm going to hop right into the location standings as you guys have just under a minute to get enrolled in this next game. In 10th place, we have Main Street Pub and Kimball with 160,000 points. With 201,000 points in 9th place, we have VFW Blaine. 8th place sits with Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 207,000 points. 7th place is Our Place on 3rd and Faribault with 254,000 points. With 269,000 points in 6th place, we got Steve-O's in Crystal. Meaning pushed back from 4th place into 5th, though, we have Eagles Rochester sitting with 279,000. Jumping up the location that pushed them back, now in 4th place, we have Corner Bar in Goodhue sitting with 283,000. But with exactly 100,000 points separating them, in 3rd place, we have American Legion Fridley sitting with 383,000. 2nd place is Corky's Bar Southaven with 476,000. And then a hop, skip, and a jump right over the 500 and 600,000 point clubs. We jump right into 1st place with VFW Spring Lake Park sitting with 762,000.
A crazy total of points for VFW Spring Lake Park. Definitely some good stuff for them. We'll see if any of these other races end up getting some shakeups over to from today's Twins Bingo. And when we head into a Cup of Joe with Jordy tomorrow with you, as there are still some really, really close players and locations in the Toiking Zone.
Absolutely. So guys, come out from 12 to 1 each and every day to try your hand and earning some points as well as getting those jackpots.
Yeah, speaking of jackpots, you can always win some jackpots in our e-tabs. We give out a bunch of jackpots in our e-tabs, and you guys want to check out one of our favorites, American Heroes. I don't normally listen to American Heroes, but I decided to play it for today, and I think it's a great, heroic sound behind us. Definitely some good stuff. But if American Heroes isn't your thing, we have over 50 different Charitable E-Tab games to play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. There's awesome bonus and free play rounds in that as well.
Absolutely. But American Heroes is a lot of fun, so I think you guys should definitely go check that out. There's some super fun characters. There's even a little Wonder Dog in there, and that just reminds me of that all-time classic movie, Underdog.
Underdog, I absolutely love it. I think it's funny because it's actually like an all-time classic cartoon, but it's...
Is it really?
Yeah, it's one of those old cartoons that ended up got moved over to a live-action movie.
That's hilarious.
But it was a super, super fun cartoon. I watched the cartoon as a kid and absolutely loved it, and so I was super excited to watch the live-action one. I actually ended up liking it as a kid.
I remember liking it as a kid.
As a kid. Now I've rewatched it since then, and I realize it does not hold up. It does not hold up the tell of time.
See, it was during that phase when there was a whole bunch of those movies coming out, like that Firehouse one.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness. I can't think of it anyway. But anyway, it was the same kind of genre that was coming out in those early 2000s.
Beverly Hills Chihuahuas.
Beverly Hills Chihuahuas. I mean, all same cut from the same cloth.
We do have BRT over at the 1029 bar in Minneapolis, taking home $70 on that one. And we are going to get all these jackpots growing and rolling as we get into this game number 7. But in that game number 7, the minor jackpot will not be clicking up because we got to get it over $300 for it to click up from 50. No, I think it actually does. Actually, I take that back. It's clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less in this one. So definitely get enrolled and press play.
Firehouse Dog.
That was what it was with
Josh Hutcherson.
Josh Hutcherson.
When he was a wee little boy and he was doing a whole bunch of those kids' movies.
Oh, yeah. All of them just coming off of the train of Air Bud.
I actually have never seen any of the Air Bud movies.
Not even the Air Buddies?
No.
Oh, gosh. I only remember
missed that
one
whole
Air
trend.
Bud movie, and I don't even remember the original Air Bud movie. I remember scenes from it, but I very clearly remember the Air Buddies like winter like Alaskan one where they have to like race in this sled race, and
And all the puppies become sled dogs?
yeah, they all become sled dogs and they kill it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why that's the one that has stuck in my brain, but I think that's like the one we had in our CD collection, and so
Oh.
it ended up getting played in like car rides all the time and stuff like that.
Do you remember the dog sledding one that had Cuba Gooding Jr. in it? Was that Snow Buddies?
Yes. Yeah.
Snow dogs?
That might be the one, Snow Buddies. That's part of the Air Buds series.
I definitely did not see Snow
No,
Dogs.
Snow Dogs is a different one.
Yes, I was
That's
gonna say
totally
I've never
different.
seen an Air Bud one.
I'm totally putting the two together.
Yeah, no, Snow Dogs has Cuba Gooding Jr. and he goes and he's never been like a sledder before, but he ends up racing with a team of dogs and there's like a whole bunch of cute ones.
Okay, yeah, Snow Buddies is is completely different, but it's got a bunch of big time actors.
I was gonna say
voice
that's a
actors
big
in it.
cast.
Yeah, definitely interesting stuff. 2008
hilarious.
release, definitely some great stuff. Well,
Oh,
we just
yeah.
have 40 seconds to get enrolled in this one. $428 on that minor jackpot that you can win in 60 balls or less. If we can't give it out in 60 balls or less in this game, it'll be clicking out from 60 to 64.
He sent you a side-by-side comparison just so you know the difference.
They do look alike.
They do. They have the same premise of all of them like kind of around the screen.
Yes, exactly. And they make a actual sled dog buddy in the Snow Buddies.
What does that mean?
They get dropped off in like these crates in the middle of nowhere.
So they don't have a person?
They don't have a person, and
oh,
then
they make the person.
and they meet this other sled dog, and then they
They make a team.
they make a team, and they become awesome.
They join forces.
They become sick,
Wow.
unbeatable.
I missed out, guys.
You really did. But, I don't know how we got the Snow Buddies from our E-tabs, from all
From Underdog.
Underdog, because we were talking about American heroes. As
Yeah.
we're talking about heroes and stuff like that, we just watched the trailer for the She-Hulk show,
We did.
and you do not have good reviews of it. You don't.
No,
you are
I'm
not.
really not excited.
Were you any bit excited going into seeing the trailer?
No.
You
Because
were.
it starts off with the clip of her becoming the Hulk, and I was just like, less than
But like
impressed.
even the idea of She-Hulk, did that really appeal to you?
Not really.
Okay.
The Hulk is one singular person. We don't need anyone else doing that.
You don't need a She-Hulk.
No.
I think it's fun enough. I think if they do it the right way, it will work out.
But the CGI very clearly proves they don't do that the right way.
But that was just a commercial. Like, that's just the trailer. Like, you don't know how they're going to do the CGI for the actual movie.
That's
they may clean
true.
it up by
I don't
movie
have
time.
high hopes.
And so I'm hoping that the CGI can end up working out. But it looked really,
it just
really.
looks like a live action version of Fiona.
Yeah, and the problem is that it doesn't look like a female Hulk. It
No.
looks like you just spray painted
It
like
looks
a
like Gamora.
bodybuilder chick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
you dressed a bodybuilder as Gamora.
Literally. Like it just I'm this isn't appealing. No, Ben, it's not.
So you're saying power. Power isn't attractive.
I just want them to go in a route of the comics that has a little bit more originality in their female characters.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
But I think it will be fun enough if they make it work out good.
I mean, I'm obviously gonna watch it.
Yeah,
but
I'll see it. I watch all the Marvel
I just
stuff.
don't really
so,
have high hopes.
Yeah.
Especially with the CGI that they use and the short. Is this going to be a movie or is this going to be a series? I was
yeah.
going to say, because their series don't typically have the best CGI.
No, it doesn't. We do have CR54 over at Sammy's Pizza, Coon Rapids, taking home a jackpot
Ooh.
of $549.60. Good job to CR54.
You've been killing it.
I know. I've been just throwing them up there. Boom. But surprised I haven't got it wrong yet, to be honest. But good job to CR54 taking home a jackpot. Make sure you send in a player picture so we can see that great jackpot on your iPad as well as your smiling face, so we can show you off right here with these other players. We have 2
Absolutely.
minutes and 22 seconds to get enrolled into this next game of Jackpot Hunter, as we are getting enrolled into a game number 7. I think it's game number 7. We got so many dog photos
No,
right
game
now.
number 8.
Game number 8 already. Game number 8 is going right past me. We do have that $32,000 jackpot still available at 54 balls or less. So get enrolled into this next game.
Absolutely. But we do have some things on this day in music history to talk about. As on this day in 2009, the first episode of the TV series Glee aired, featuring a Glee Club performance of Journey's Don't Stop Believin' that brings the song back to the charts. The Glee version ended up landing at number 4 in the top spots, higher than Journey's original.
Yeah, 5 spots.
5 spots higher.
Yeah, 5 spots
Wow.
higher than the original Journey song.
Wow.
Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah.
I did not I would never have
I
thought
would have
that.
never
I'm sure if you
expected
talk about
that.
like global sales and everything like that of all time kind of thing,
And
Journey's absolutely blows it out of the water.
Glee like swept the nation.
Yes, it had a huge like as soon
Like
as
a
it came out,
chokehold on.
it became very, very popular.
Absolutely.
Understandable though. I love the concept of what's it called?
Glee Club?
No, acapella groups.
Mm.
Yes, I even enjoyed Pitch Perfect. Is that
Yeah,
the
yeah.
acapella group one?
Mhm.
Yes, I really enjoyed that one as well. I
love that
I
when it
think
came
they're all
out.
cute and fun, and they keep
Absolutely.
it entertaining. And I enjoy the music as well, as it's really cool to see the different variations when it's just done by mouth, making all the musical instrument
very
sounds
cool.
and everything like that. I've always had a good enjoyment of listening to that kind of stuff.
I
and
don't
so
think they're
don't-
fully a cappella though. I think that they're just like a musical group.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I haven't watched Glee, so I don't
haven't
know.
either. I just had a friend in college who was watching it through again at the
Okay.
same time that I had become super close with her, and I just had to watch like the train wreck of emotions that she went through while watching Glee.
Ah.
It was like
Because they have a lot of like out off the stage tragedies that happen to
Yes.
people in that.
absolutely. There was a lot that happened to the actual cast, but it actually touched on a lot of like real life issues that
Wow.
high school people face.
Oh, okay.
And so it was pretty relatable. It was kind of like a musical Degrassi, if you will. Like that's how I would think about it. It was like a dramatized version of everything,
I
and
wish
just throwing in music scenes.
I wish Drake could be a part of a musical Degrassi. That would be hilarious.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No.
think
I just saw somebody ended up going thrifting and they found a jersey that had Degrassi, and on the back it said Wheelchair Jimmy, who was his character.
Oh.
She put it on and she was wearing it and she was like, I've never felt so cool.
That is great. Gotta bring that to a Drake concert.
Oh
He'd
my
probably
gosh.
point you out.
Yeah.
That's some funny stuff.
Some good old Aubrey Graham.
We do have another day in music history to get into. A little bit earlier on in 1992 on today, Billy Ray Cyrus releases his debut album, Some Gave All, featuring his signature song, Achy Breaky Heart. The album dominated the Billboard 200 chart for 17 consecutive weeks, and the singles music video spawned a line dancing trend across the U.S., where a new breed of country music was already becoming a phenomenon.
Absolutely. I love a good Billy Ray Cyrus song, no matter what it is, and especially if it's Achy Breaky Heart. I mean, come on.
I was completely thrown off when today I realized that Billy Ray Cyrus didn't play Billy Ray Cyrus in the Hannah Montana series.
No, he plays
Rob Stewart.
Robbie Ray.
Yeah.
Robbie Ray
Oh,
Stewart.
Robbie Ray Stewart. So he does use Ray in it.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better I thought he ran by the same name.
Yeah, it was Robbie Ray.
It was Robbie Ray instead of Billy Ray. That makes way more sense. But I totally thought he did the show under his actual name, Billy Ray Cyrus.
You know, I think I might have thought that as well. I thought it. I mean, now as I said it out loud, it's Robbie Ray, but I probably thought it was Billy Ray Stewart because she goes by Miley Stewart. Like,
Yeah, and so I totally thought they
Interesting.
went by the same name, but that's super fun stuff. Love Achy Breaky Heart, definitely a good one. It's a song that Will has never listened to. Fun
Really?
fact, no one's ever played it around him. He's never listened to himself. We do have a winner in this game as MBO over at Corner Bar in Goodhue took home $44.60 in this one.
Nicely done. And now we're getting enrolled in a game number 9 for you guys. We still got that Musco prize growing, and we got that major over $32,000 on the line. You absolutely need to be trying to get that in your pocket as well.
And is Billy Ray Cyrus actually Miley's dad?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure on that one.
Yes.
Okay, so that's cool that they played father and son. I mean father and daughter in the
Hannah
actual
Montana.
show. That's
Yeah.
cool. I
Mhm.
didn't. I guess I've heard that probably multiple times, but I forget about it every single time.
Yeah, Billy Ray Cyrus, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. I mean
Yeah.
that's why I put it
Noah
together.
Cyrus, the singer, is Miley's sister. She
I think I knew about her at one point, but I
you
couldn't
know her
say any songs.
songs if you heard them.
Yeah,
Which
I think I've seen like one music video of hers because they like pointed it out like
Mhm.
this is Miley Cyrus's sister, and I was like, what? She has a sister?
There's a lot of drama going on with the Cyrus family right now.
Oh, trauma.
Mhm.
All my timeline feed is Amber Heard and
Oh, it's so
Johnny. That's
much.
all I see on
Don't
my
you mean
social
Amber
media.
Turd?
Okay.
That's all that she gets called everywhere on my social media.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, haven't seen it at all. You must be on a different side of the TikTok than I am.
I've stopped. I just kind of scroll away. This is Noah Cyrus and what's his name? Ben, who is
Lil
that?
Peep.
Lil Peep, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know who. I've seen her before. Couldn't name any of her songs. We do have some PGL stuff to get into, as we just had 2
Absolutely.
PGL nights. So you guys have a nice run up to get signed up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. PGL players compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. And you can earn points on those MegaSota game nights, on those Twins Wednesday, and we'll highlight you in our new member spotlight.
Absolutely. And a couple of those players who did just that and signing up, it was Raygun, Catgirl87, Burrows, all in all caps, the TJ, NS1413, Chicken Dinner, PHDS, Vivium, Wildlife97, Number One Mom, Chapster, Regs, Mac, and Mac MC.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that. It wasn't Lil Peep.
Oh, it's Lil Xan.
Yeah. Sorry.
One of the littles.
One of those littles. Why was that a thing? Why did that become a really popular thing just to make your rap name Lil something?
I don't know.
I think it's hilarious. Hey, you know. Well, they all are pretty short, so that makes sense. We do have balls dropping in this next game of Jackpot Hunter. We'll see. That minor prize is over $121. If we don't give it out in 52 balls or less, it'll be clicking up from 52 to 56. That major prize at 54 balls or less is at $32,379. Hopefully we can give it out in 54 balls or less. And that must-go prize, if we click over on all those jackpots, to a $52.60 must-go prize.
Absolutely. So, guys, get ready, get enrolled, or start playing, I guess. I didn't realize we were already in this game. But what was I going to say?
I don't know. Let's talk about the PGL standings, as we just went over the players who just got signed up. But the players that have been competing for points all season long have dominated our top 10.
Absolutely. And there was a ton of shakeups in the tail end of these standings from yesterday, so we'll go right into them. As our 8th place player was actually pushed all the way back to 10th, as Reyes22 over at the Old Town Tavern now sits with 1,140,835 points. Our 7th place player ended up getting pushed all the way back to 9th place, as Sarah Honey over at Eagles Austin now sits with 1,166,769 points. Our 9th place player was ended up getting pushed up to 8th, as Bucks over at the Rustic Saloon now sits with 1,174,200 points, but just about only 315 points separating them. Now in 7th place, jumping all the way up from 10th, it was OE50 over at the Stanchion Bar, who now sits with 1,174,515 points. And now in 6th place, we have Nixon over at the VFW Roseville with 1,209,420 points. 5th place is Brizo at the Underground Bar and Grill with 1,342,895 points. While in 4th place, we have Forget UD at Eagles Austin with 1,487,070 points. But with 1,742,925 points in 3rd place, we have Big Dog over at the Rustic Saloon. 2nd place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 2,072,000, and in 1st place we have Bam Bam at Stewartville Legion Post with 2,200,000.
Yeah, good job to all those players. We got 2A Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar in Utica, taking home $52.60 in this game. Now we are getting enrolled into the next game, game number 10 of the broadcast. Hopefully we can give out this minor prize as it clicks up from 52 to 56.
Ben sent us a little explanation on why the use of little was so big.
Okay.
And it was just a marketing scheme. It was kind of like creating a brand image. It was like almost a stage name. And a lot of those rappers who used it really didn't come from like backgrounds where they had those like stage name nicknames, and so they kind of created them themselves.
So like kid, little, big, small, young, G, dog are all different ways of
Creating
using
aliases.
That's cool. Well, I guess it was popular then, and so Lil Peep.
It worked for him. There's so many of them.
Yeah, there is, and they all got face tats.
Lil Pump. He was an interesting one.
Definitely. I'm glad I don't see him anymore. We do have the location side of these PGL standings to get into, as you guys have just 1 minute and 30 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 10. And in 10th place, we got Neighbors Pub Dover with 4,122,715 points. With 4,209,324 points in 9th place, we got the Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato. 8th place is Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa, finally not moving at all, with 4,327,730 points. Been a while since we haven't seen Leo Sports Bar move.
I know. They had their shake-up yesterday. Now they're taking a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, I didn't know they rested on their shake-ups. But in 7th place, we got VFW Northfield with 4,552,385 points. With 5,084,810 points in 6th place. Getting bumped back from 5th place, we got Neeson's Gaylord. Getting bumped back from 4th into 5th, we got American Legion Cleveland with 5,250,099 points. In 4th place, getting bumped back from 3rd place. Yeah, that's the 3rd location that got bumped back. It's Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 5,703,240 points. And they all got bumped back by this big riser. I was talking about them all earlier this week, and that's Poppers in Virginia. They moved up from 5th all the way to 3rd place, and they have 5,794,554 points. In 2nd place, we get into that 6 million point club as Billy's Rockford has 6,691,779 points. With 6,933,459 points in 1st place, we got Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake.
Absolutely. It's been super impressive. I can't believe that Third Rail Bar and Grill didn't get into the 7 million point club after yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
I was waiting for it.
I thought they could do it. Weren't quite able to do it as they, I don't think, earned any points last night.
Yeah, none.
Yeah, and weren't able to do so. So we'll see if they can make those shakeups next week and get into that 7 million point club. But Billy's Rockford could be making that push to close that gap.
Absolutely. So we're going to have to keep on the nose about that and see what happens after next Tuesday and Wednesday. So make sure you guys are coming out for those MegaSota game night as well as Wild Wednesday, because any of the locations that you play at, you support, and they get to earn some points as well.
Oh, yeah, but we got our Wild news as we don't have any of our Wild games up anymore. We no longer have a Wild Wednesday. The Wild season is done because they got booted out of the playoffs by the St. Louis Blues. And so we'll check in with the NHL playoffs. Before we do so, we got a great Wild game that you guys got to play. It's our E-Tab game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Wild for. Let's Go Wild. To play at your favorite Minnesota bar and try your luck in the Slapshot bonus round.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun. You definitely want to go play it, especially because now we are officially in our off season, and so you can show some support for our Wild before they come back.
Oh, for sure. But we do have those NHL games happening today. And just about, actually right after we get off air at 6 o'clock, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Panthers are taking on each other in game number 2. Tampa Bay beat them 4-1 on Tuesday night. And so we'll see if it's just a repeat of the same, as the Tampa Bay Lightning have been a dominant force in the NHL the last 3 years. And we'll see if they continue to do so. Also tonight at 8:30, we have the Blues taking on the Avalanche after the Avalanche were able to beat the Blues in a very close game, 3-2, as it went into overtime in that game, it looks like.
All right.
Yeah, it looked like the Avalanche had to win in an overtime win. So it definitely is an even matchup there, it's looking like.
Yeah, but we got SHJB over at Shady's Railside taking home that $65.80 Musco prize in this game number 10.
And luckily, we were just able to get over that $200 mark. So that means that ball count is clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less as we get enrolled into this game number 11.
Absolutely.
But outside of that, we got last night we had the Rangers and Hurricanes playing. Hurricanes got the win, and the Flames and Oilers played, and the Flames were able to get the win in the high-scoring matchup.
I was going to say, that's a big.
Yeah, 9-6 victory for the Flames. Really, really crazy stuff. And hopefully our Wild can have a crazy offseason, get some good additions, keep some really important players so that we can get those big wins next season while we still have Kirill the Thrill on our team.
Absolutely. And I just realized I'm kind of phasing out.
Yeah, must have traveled back and did something
It's just my weak shoulders.
in the past. Somehow you went out, you tampered
I'm
with the
just,
time
like, slowly
period,
gonna fade away.
and you made it so your parents never got together somehow, and now you're just
wow.
fading out. That's
Slowly but surely.
not anything like Back to the Future.
No, my own original
Your
story.
own original storyline. Yeah, we do have 1 minute and 20 seconds to get enrolled in this game. As that $337 minor jackpot, you can win it in 60 balls or less. And in 54 balls or less, you can also take home that minor jackpot, as well as the major prize that you can take home, $32,556. Really good stuff.
Absolutely. But you guys are officially into the fishing season. It is open and awesome for you guys. And so we have a nice fishing report for you.
Yeah, we're checking in with Waconia. This was done by the Outdoors Weekly just yesterday on the 18th. And they're saying that they have a good mix of nice sized flatheads as well as shiners. If you're looking to live minnow fish with the cold spring, leech size has been stunted so far, so they have limited quantity of large leeches, with most being regular to medium size. They sell night crawlers by the dozen packed in paper for those who are going for the pike. They have a good mix of suckers, minnows available. If you panfish, they have plenty of crappies, wax worms, and angleworms in stock. For walleye, try fishing areas like Harms Point and Rock Dock and Peterson's Creek, which is also called the Carp Trap.
All right.
Hey, Peterson's Creek. With the rain the past several days, it should be flowing good, and hopefully the bite will be on. Water temps are in the mid to upper 50s, so it should still be a good early season bite with plenty of opportunity to catch them in less than 10 feet of water.
Absolutely. But you guys know, while you are out there on the water, if you take home a big fish, what do? You take a picture and you post it all over Facebook. Well, we want you to do the same exact thing while you're playing Pilot Games. Whether you got a jackpot in your hand or just your best buddies, we want to see you out there having a good time with Pilot. So make sure you guys send all your pleasing player pictures in with your smiling faces. You can share them directly on any of your social medias with the hashtag Pilot Games, directly to our Facebook page, or by emailing us to jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Yeah, we love those player photos. We also like fishing, and so we'll talk a little bit more about fish, as I love aquariums, and I kind of am, I'm just really quick thought, I kind of want an aquarium.
Like your own?
Yeah, I want my own aquarium.
That'd be fun.
I think that would just be fun. I mean, fish are super easy to take care of. You just got to make sure you change the water, have a little filtration system, feed them every day, and I think that would be a fun time. We do have a cat right now.
I was gonna say.
And I feel like he would kill the fish.
I think so as well. I think he would get in the tank.
Yeah, and so that could be an issue.
Yes.
But just a quick
But I
thought.
mean, if it's just like a stand and it has a fitted aquarium to the top of it,
exactly,
he would not be able to get up.
Exactly. Or we can just get like a tarantula or something.
No.
And then
I'd rather get like
he
a
won't mess
snake.
with it. A snake?
I'd rather have a snake than a tarantula.
Yeah, I completely agree with that one.
Yeah.
Snakes have a little bit of personality.
Yeah, snakes are so fun. You can just sit with them wrapped in your hand, you know. I used to do that all the time in my AP environmental class. We would go out and catch gardener snakes and just keep them as little class pets, and I would have them just like slithering around.
Interesting.
So fun.
I have never done that in school.
Really?
That's funny. I've never went out and caught gardener snakes.
No, we were in AP environmental science, and it was the end of senior year, and so it was warm outside, and so we'd always just
jackpot
go.
winner Pat over at Anamia Vets Club, taking home a whopping total of $490.40.
Yeah.
Right on the money. Yes, again, $490 going out to Pat. Good job, Pat, as we are now going to be getting enrolled into a game number 13, but win it in 59 balls or less. Only need to win it in 5 balls less, and you'll be taking home that major prize. So
Absolutely.
why not get enrolled and try for that one? Just 2 minutes and 20 seconds to do so.
Oh, yeah, so definitely get enrolled in this next one.
But we were talking about maybe the caged. I don't even know what to consider those animals, like that stay in like boxes, aquariums, like those kinds of things.
Reptiles.
I don't know. Is there a term for the like guinea pigs, hamsters, like all the ones that just stay in like little caged animals? But like there's also like other like
the ones you buy at the pet store.
Yeah.
Those are the animals you can get at a pet store.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there was a reference to all of them, but
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But some of those would be fun. I wouldn't want any like hamster or guinea pig, but like some fish I could totally get behind.
I tried to get a hamster.
Really? What happened to your hamster?
He didn't make it.
He didn't make it. Couldn't.
He lasted only like 5 days. I think there was something wrong with him.
Oh, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell you what? It would have been
cried.
a horrible decision was that me and my siblings had the choice between hamsters and cats when we were a kid. And me and my sister, I remember, had a very in-depth conversation on like, do we want hamsters? Like, do we want hamsters? And then we ended up getting actually the cat that lives with us right now, Mike,
so
and his brother Harvey.
I had a hamster when I was younger, and it lasted 6 years. And hamsters only typically last a year to 2 years in their average lifespan. And so he was like a little dog. He responded to his name. He was toilet trained. He had his own little litter thing in his cage he used. He was awesome, and I absolutely loved him. And so I went and got the same teddy bear hamster. That's what they're called, the long-haired ones.
Yeah.
And so I got the same teddy bear hamster, but I just got it from like a small town pet store. And I definitely think there was something wrong with him.
And he just
passed away.
Wow, that's sad.
I cried so hard.
We do have 20 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 12 of the broadcast. We'll see if we can give out any of these prizes in this game number 12. But we're only halfway through these games, so definitely exciting stuff. We do have a little bit of Vikings news to get into, as we have some news that after a fear-based approach under Mike Zimmer, Eric Kendricks is happy with the new Vikings direction. Former Vikings coach Mike Zimmer had an old-school Parcells-style tell-it-how-you-see-it approach. After Zimmer was fired, linebacker Eric Kendricks characterized the team as being fear-based under Zimmer. Kendricks is feeling a different emotion with the new Minnesota coaching staff. I'm really excited about the staff, Kendricks said on Wednesday via Chris Thompson on St. Paul Pioneer Press. Everybody's been on board. Everybody's been communicating very well. We have an amazing opportunity ahead of us. Whatever happened last year is in the past, and we have to move forward. We can learn a lot of things, but we also have to adapt and change with the new year. Kendrick said that he had a chance to communicate directly with ownership during the process that resulted in the hiring of Kevin O'Connell, and I think this is just really cool that he talks about this. Just having the bridge of communication with them and management as well feels like it's not really common. Kendrick said, I've talked to players around the league and they don't really have that communication with their ownership.
That's awesome to hear. I mean, not necessarily that not a lot of players around the league don't have that communication, but the fact that our team is able to find that and kind of incorporate their players into these decisions as well.
It's huge that they're able to do that, as some of those guys have the biggest insight on what the team needs, what the team wants, what will fit best with the team. And so being able to get a guy like Eric Kendricks, who's been a staple in our defense for the past, I think, 8 years, it's important to be able to find a coach that he would also agree with and want to play under, because we want to keep those players that have been wearing the purple and gold for a long time staying in the purple and gold.
Absolutely. It definitely centers a sense of camaraderie in the team, and I think that is absolutely imperative to make sure that they're going to be successful. So that is awesome. But we do have a winner already, as Meg Bry over at Stout's Pub and Grill is taking home that $54 Musco prize.
Yeah, good job, Meg Vree, getting that win. We are now getting enrolled into a game number 13 of
Oh,
the
yeah.
broadcast. 2 games away from game number 15, a lucky game. But we're talking about our Vikings, and I mean, I think that is a just great business model to talk with your employees like that, as you want to have ownership and player have a fluent conversation. I think that is an important thing that runs throughout all of from ownership to front office to the player side, is that we want a sense of camaraderie. And I think Kwefe Dafumensa is a big contributor into that culture, as you see him down on the practice field hugging players, being so involved with the team. He was right next to injured Andrew Booth Jr., who we drafted just this draft. He couldn't practice, but you saw Kwefe Adofo-Mensah next to him for a lot of those first OTAs. And so it's really nice to see just the camaraderie around the team. And having that team camaraderie will always build a better team that will perform even better.
Absolutely. And now looking back on past seasons, do you see that sense of almost a fear-based instilled in them, where they're just kind of taking those orders that are being almost barked at them by Mike Zimmer?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I could see it, but I believe the players that say it, just because it's a very common coaching philosophy within the NFL. But I think it's not a very a successful, especially right now in the current day NFL. You don't see a lot of the NFL coaches being those hard-nosed, very assertive coaches where it's their word or the highway kind of deal. You see a lot of those guys being part of the team, trying to help and trying to have that camaraderie amongst and creating a fun, competitive dynamic within the team structure. And I think that's what winning football looks like right now. You don't see a lot of Bill Belichick's anymore. Like Bill Belichick is probably the only example right now in the NFL of hard-nosed coaching that is still super successful. And so he's made it work. But you even see a lot of the coaches that come off of his tree and then go and coach in different spots, and they can't bring that same Belichick mentality. And I think it's a lot to do with the success that he's had over with the Patriots.
And they know what his style is tried and true, and he's also had that loyalty with that team.
Oh, yeah.
That they are willing to follow him blindly and take his advice and heed what he says.
Oh, players will go there knowing that they are coming for that Belichick system.
Absolutely.
That he's going to be hard on them, but they know that they are going to be able to get wins in that system.
Where it's not nearly going to be the same thing with someone younger coming from underneath him, while they might be like, wow, you come from a very successful coaching tree, but I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say like that. Because you're not going to talk to me like that.
Because it's super hard to, you got to be able to build that respect between you and the players. And obviously Bill has done more than enough in the league to be able to build that respect in the NFL. But seeing Kevin O'Connell bring that fun, intense practice where people are flying around, having fun, a good time, but also breeding that competitive side of the game will bring out some of the best out of our players. As I mean, most players, most just people in general respond to positive reinforcement over negative reinforcement.
Oh, absolutely.
And
that's scientifically proven.
Yeah, I think it's almost 75 to 80%, maybe even 90% of people respond. Obviously, there are people that do respond to negative reinforcement, but the majority of people are positive reinforcement kind of people. And I think that's the trend that we are going towards with our Vikings.
Absolutely. And I mean, even with the coaching styles, when there's I know from firsthand experience in the sports that I did, dance and female sports are very critical of your physique and things of that sort. And having coaches that will actually talk to you and try and implement greater ways of being the best you can be were so much more effective in the girls than the ones that were like, you need to diet. You need to be training this many times, doing this, and this.
Yeah,
and
you're a disgrace to dance for coming out on the floor like that.
Either you have to put yourself together or you're going to the back. Like that type of thing. It definitely discourages people and women from even wanting to be part of the sport in general. And so I definitely can attest to that.
Yeah, so I'm glad that that's the culture that's being built for our Vikings. And I think we'll have some really good players. A little bit of fun side talk is I actually actually found out today that Justin Jefferson over the past 2 years, before I get into that, we do have Woody over at Billy's Rockford taking home a $66.40 Musco prize.
Nicely done. That was game number 13. We're about to be getting enrolled in a game number 14.
Yeah, well, excited to get into this game number 14 as that minor jackpot's clicking up from 52 to 56. But kind of what makes a difference between a really great wide receiver and a good but not great wide receiver is how they do against press man coverage. That's kind of the telltale. If they are going to be an elite wide receiver, if they beat press man coverage, they end up
being successful.
Very successful. And a lot of during this talk, they were actually talking about Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, and Cooper Kupp, and just how they beat press coverage and how they do it at a very high level and stuff like that. And but then they went on to say that over the past 2 years, Justin Jefferson has actually had the most yards per catch against press coverage.
Really?
Yeah, out of any wide receiver in the entire NFL.
Okay.
And he's only been in the league for the past 2 years. So
that's awesome.
he is an impressive player. I'm excited to see him in the Kevin O'Connell system where they spread him out, use them all in a bunch of different ways. I think that will be cool. I think also there's a plan in Dalvin Cook may be used in a plethora of different ways as he was getting lined up in wide receiver sets for our Minnesota Vikings. And we may see him get more involved in our pass game as he's been more of a run-heavy back. And we might be able to manufacture a lot more touches by getting him involved in the pass game, and so we don't necessarily have to do all the amount of running that we did beforehand, where we gave him around 20 carries a game. He can then get his 15 carries and then 5 catches added on top of that. So then it would equal out to 20 touches in the game, but in different ways, being able to get him to touch the ball in multiple different ways because we still want to use that weapon, but we want to be a little bit more of a pass-happy offense.
Okay. Now, I can't necessarily tell you why or who I've even seen, but you mentioned Cooper Kupp, and this just reminded me of it, and I don't even know why, but I have seen more than a handful of clips of athletes from coming off of this past season being like, I'm coming for you, Cooper Kupp, next season. And, like, I don't know if it's just because he won MVP or whatever.
He didn't win MVP. He won Offensive Player of the Year, I think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it may be. Is it because he was just on a Super Bowl winning team?
He went out there and I think set the record for most yards received in the season.
Okay.
He did something that no wide receiver has ever done in winning Offensive Player of the Year, leading the league in receiving yards, and winning Super Bowl MVP.
Okay, because I've seen probably 5 to 7 different clips of athletes all making commentary about Cooper Kupp and how they want to take him down.
He probably just last season had the greatest single season in wide receiver history, and so that's why.
I was gonna say because I didn't really get what the animosity was, and they were all like, really like, I'm coming for you. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's a very, very good talent. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some players that try and take that title as leading wide receiver in the NFL. As I think a lot of people don't consider him the best wide receiver in the NFL, but statistically he blew everybody out of the water.
He just had the best season last year.
Yeah, he had one of the best seasons we've ever seen in the NFL.
Okay.
Well, you guys can get a little bit of Minnesota Vikings action by playing the E-Tab game Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the Skull bonus to see if you can win some big prizes. And it's a great game.
It's a ton of fun. It's some of the best graphics and music we have to offer. It is definitely a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite musics we have to offer on our E-Tab game as well. Not to mention, you guys have just a couple more weeks, about 2, maybe 3 months left of playing that Twins bingo before in August or September time, we're going to be jumping right back to that Vikings bingo.
Oh, yeah, but we can talk a little bit more about our Vikings. As Vikings pass rusher Zadarius Smith and Daniel Hunter, a scary look for opposing quarterbacks, and I couldn't agree more. The addition of former rival already seems like an ideal fit for the new-look Vikings, following a transformative offseason that saw the hiring of head coach, new general manager. The Vikings go into 2022 looking to break out of mediocrity. That's plagued Minnesota in recent years. In signing Zadarius Smith, that club is hoping to form Packers edge rusher, can elevate a talented defense to that finished second in the NFL with 51 sacks in 2021. By lining up with Daniel Hunter in that Vikings defense, Smith told reporters Tuesday that he believes there's a great potential for them to become the best pass rush duo in the NFL.
But we got Hosier over at Beartown Lounge, who's taking home that 76 and 60 cent Musco prize. That was game number 14. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 15. We still got that minor and that major on the line for you guys going into these next games as well. Hopefully we can get this minor over $300, so it'll click up in ball count for you guys, but it is going to be clicking up to about 60 balls now, and there it is, and it's already over $300, so if it doesn't go out in this next round, which I hope it does, it will be clicking up to 64 balls for you guys.
Exciting stuff. It's a lucky game number 15, though, so
That's right.
I think we have the plan at least to give it out. We'll see if we can do so. We can. Let's talk about, though, what
game number 7 ended up being a minor jackpot.
Oh, that's awesome. So we already had one lucky game. So hopefully we could do it again and have another lucky one in this one. But we were talking about what Zadarius Smith was talking about, and let's talk about some of the quotes that he had just talking about the team.
Absolutely. I say one of the best in the NFL, but you know, it's too early, Smith said via the team's website. We're just going to keep working and getting better at our craft, and we'll see the results here in that season.
Yeah, talking about Daniel Hunter and him becoming one of the best pass rush duos in the entire NFL. And I think he is very good, a very good right to say so, as they've both have been, when healthy, two of the most productive pass rushers in the NFL.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm pretty stinking excited for this season. This is like our first real season of football that I'm gonna be like actually paying attention to start to finish. This is the first real team that I know the ins and outs of, and that I'm learning the ins and outs
in
of.
football history.
Ever. Yeah. And so I am just super excited because this is like the first real team that I actually feel like supportive of.
Yeah, you have like a fandom of, because you actually
do.
know the players. You want to see them succeed. Like.
Yeah, and I support everything that they have to say. This like whole sense of camaraderie. They really just want to make it feel like everyone's a part of the team.
The new coaching general manager,
Absolutely.
The ownership philosophy that's happening just makes you want to buy into this team and see them succeed.
It really does. And so I'm really stinking excited for this next season. So guys, absolutely show any support you can for our Vikings, especially if you choose to play that Vikings victory game.
Oh yeah, but we have 35 seconds to get enrolled in this next one. $416 available on that minor jackpot. We'll see if we can give it out in 60 balls or less. Obviously, like Jordy said, if it doesn't go out in this game, it'll be clicking up from 60 to 64. But might as well just win in 54 balls or less and take home the major and minor, which would be a really good chunk of cash. You'd make over 33 grand.
That would be insane. You guys absolutely need to be trying for it, and I'm hoping and praying that one of you will get to take it home. We are officially in the second half of these games, and so let's make it happen. As we are
getting balls dropping in this game number 15, we're going to hop into the standings that you guys are earning points for right now. And in 10th place on the player side of these standings, we got Spazwell over the Gas Can Bar and Grill with 51,000 points. With 56,000 points in 9th place, we got the Crazy Kid over the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45. 8th place is Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon with 58,000 points. Is Elsa in our Twiking zone?
I think so.
Okay, I wasn't 100% sure. I was like, is she this season not in the Twiking zone?
She's in 10th place, which is super
place.
strange.
Wow, I was like, could it be that she's in the Jackpot Hunter standings but not in the Twiking zone? But she is in both standings, absolutely dominant. In 7th place, we got Brother Nat or Brother Nate over the Chart House with 59,000 points.
Absolutely. If you're playing under Brother Nate, NH, or N8, we need to know because you missed out on a lot of points that could be helping out your standings.
Oh, yeah, but in 6th place, we got 2A Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar with 60,000 points. With 61,000 points in 5th place, we got Kev over the Deer Stand. 4th place is Kimmy over at Nisawa Legion with 63,000 points. With 83,000 points in 3rd place, we got Not Lucky over at American Legion Fridley. 2nd place is Bowl over at Corner Bar Goodhue with 122,000 points. And then with 149,000 points in 1st place, we got Bobo over at Corner Bar and Goodhue.
Absolutely. Killing it. And didn't we see Bobo getting a win earlier?
Yeah, we did see Bobo get a win. Actually, it was a minor jackpot win that happened earlier that went out to him in game number 2.
Oh, yeah, nicely done. Yeah, it was a huge jackpot, almost $700.
Yeah, made our jackpot list with that win. Good job, Bobo.
Nicely done, really helping out your standings as well. But on the location side of things, in 10th place, we have Billy's Rockford in Rockford with 87,000. With 91,000 in 9th place, it was that tie getting broken up. American Legion Fridley was left in 9th place, sitting with that 91,000. Now jumping up out of that tie with American Legion Fridley, yet right into another tie, it was the Tasty Pizza Hanger 45 in Hilltop, now sitting with 94,000 points, as well as tied up with Shady's Railside and Bryce, both in 7th place.
We do have a winner here. We got Matt 24 and Donnie splitting up that Musco prize of $135. Donnie at Hideaway Bar and Matt 24 over at Ray J's in Woodbury.
That's all right. This next round, it's going to be clicking up to 64 balls for you guys, and it's going to be absolutely doable and an absolute monster of a jackpot. So it's probably a good thing for them. They get an even bigger prize now.
Yeah, hopefully in this game number 16. Right? Are we getting into game number 16 or
16.
Game number 15?
16.
16. Okay, hopefully we can give out this jackpot in game number 16. $577 available, and it just continues to grow as more people get enrolled in the next 2 minutes.
Absolutely, but I'm going to hop right back into the location standings, and in 6th place, right after that tie and 7th, we jump right into the location River Boat Depot in Sartell, sitting in 6th place. They have 104,000 points. With 111,000 points in 5th place, we have the Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd. 4th place is Concordia Lanes in New Home with 121,000 points. With 195,000 points in 3rd place, we have Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 226,000. And in 1st place, we have Corner Bar in Goodhue with a whopping 387,000.
Well, good job to all of those locations, killing it so far in this stand. And we got some celebrity birthdays to get into, though, as you guys have 1 minute and 17 seconds to get enrolled into this game, as that minor jackpot is already over that $600 mark. $637 available on that. You can win it in 64 balls or less. Some awesome stuff as we get into this game number 16.
Absolutely. You guys have just under a minute to do so, but hopefully you guys can just take it home in that 54 balls or less, and you'd be taking home a great jackpot. That minor itself, or that major itself, has just clicked over $33,000, and so that is a great jackpot in itself.
Definitely, but we have some great celebrity birthdays. Born in 1861 on today, we got Nellie Melba, born as Helen Mitchell, was an Australian operatic soprano and the face of the Australian $100 note.
That is really impressive. Yeah, she is known as Dame Nellie Melba. She was one of the most famous singers in the late Victorian era and early 20th century, and was the first Australian to achieve international recognition as a national or a classical musician. She took the pseudonym Melba as she was born in Melbourne in Australia.
That is really, really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, well, during World War I, Nellie Melba worked tirelessly, holding many fundraise concerts for a war effort.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
She's known as a Australian hero. She was also known as the first great Australian diva.
That is awesome. That's really, really cool stuff.
That is absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the opera singer in Downtown Abbey.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, definitely.
That's huge.
Definitely some really, really cool stuff. Nellie Melba has a lot of different reasons to remember her name.
That is absolutely incredible. She's a national hero. She was the original opera singer in Downton Abbey.
Yeah, I wanted to see who, as Peach Melba,
Peach Melba is a dessert.
Is named after her.
Really?
Yes.
That is so funny. This woman has just paved the way for many things. Peach Melba is a dessert of peaches and raspberry sauce alongside vanilla ice cream. It was invented in 1892 by the French chef Auguste Escoffier at the Save Hotel in London in honor of the Australian soprano Nellie Melba.
That's really, really cool.
That's
Awesome.
insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, happy birthday, Nelly Melba. What a cool life. I mean, influencing so many different things. I can't imagine what kind of life she lived. Really, really cool stuff. Happy birthday. We do have 51 balls dropped on this one as we're working towards this 64 ball or less minor jackpot, but you'll take it home a lot more than that $655 jackpot, as you'll also get an $191 jackpot added on top of that. Don't even ask me to do the math at the end because I'm not going to get it right. We got
846.
Well, she's going to get it right. We do have a winner, though. There it is. LVC over at VFW Rochester taking home
$846.
And that's the number you're getting. Definitely some awesome stuff. Winning that in 59 balls in this game number 16. What a large jackpot for these Jackpot Hunter games.
Absolutely. That was really impressive. Nicely done. And that is a great jackpot going in your pocket in game number 16. We still have quite a few games left, though, so don't worry. We can get that growing and rolling and get as high as possible for you guys to take home your next big jackpot.
Yeah, hopefully 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled in this next one. And we have another celebrity birthday. Born in 1918, we got Florence Chadwick. She was a swimmer and was the first woman to swim the English Channel both ways.
Absolutely. Her full name was Florence May Chadwick, and she was an American swimmer known for her long-distance open running. She was the first woman to swim the open channel in both directions, setting a record time each way. She was also the first woman to swim in the Catalina Channel, the Straits of Gibraltar, the Bosporus, as well as the Dardanelles. That is really impressive.
That is really, really cool.
Wow.
I mean, what an impressive woman that just did so many different crazy swimming feats. But not all of her long-distance swim attempts were successful. In 1954, she tried to become the first person to swim across Lake Ontario, but gave up after becoming ill a few hours into her swim.
Wow.
Yeah, so wasn't quite able to get that one under her belt.
Yeah, no, there was a few other ones. Like, she was swimming in a large open water, and she was only a half-mile away from the goal she was trying to set, and there was a heavy, heavy fog that had happened, and she ended up not being able to finish.
Really? That's crazy. I mean, being able to do all those swimming feats, you have to have she did the Catalina Islands.
Yeah, off the coast of California.
Yeah, in 1952, July 4th.
Absolutely. That is insane. There are so many animals in that water. There is, I couldn't imagine trying to swim in just open ocean like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a whole thing about how she couldn't finish one of her attempts because they had to keep an eye out for sharks and prepare to assist for any injuries or anything like that.
That is incredible. Yeah, it was during that trip in the Catalina Islands that the fog had set in.
Wow, that is crazy. Happy birthday, Florence Chadwick. Very, very accomplished, doing a lot of very cool swimming feats.
Absolutely.
But we do have just 2 seconds before we get into this game number 17. That major prize is available at 54 balls or less. You can take home 33 grand if you win it in 54 balls or less. But if we don't give out any jackpot, we're also going to be trying to give out the Musco prize, which you just got to win to win $59.60.
Absolutely, but happy birthday to Nellie Melba as well as Florence Chadwick. Next up on this day in 1928, we have Dolph Swayze, an American Basketball Hall of Famer. He played at Syracuse Nationals with the Pennsylvania 76ers.
Philadelphia.
What did I say?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, my goodness. Philadelphia 76ers from 1948 through 1963, and he ended up being a coach of the 76ers in 1963 through 66. He also was a coach for the Buffalo Braves from 1970 to 1972.
Yeah, good job to the career of that great basketball player. Let's see if there's anything more about him. Yeah, he was a player and coach of the National Basketball Association, a top scorer and rebounder rebounder. He was a 12-time NBA All-Star, a 12-time NBA All-NBA selection. Shea's won a NBA championship with the Syracuse Nationals in 1955.
He was 6'8".
Oh, and got inducted in to the Hall of Fame in 1973. Yeah,
Very impressive.
Yeah, averaged 18.5 points per game, 11.3 rebounds. That's really good for that time.
Absolutely. He ended up going to New York University and then continuing to study at the College of Arts and Science.
Wow, that is really, really cool.
He was born in the Bronx.
Awesome stuff. Well, happy birthday, Dolph Shays. Now we got 57 balls dropped on this game, so that means we're working on this $59.60 must-go prize. We'll see who can win a little bit of cash and some jackpot 100 points in this one. As Flapjack, Rev Becca, 2A Girl are in a now players one ball away on this one. We'll see who will take it home, as probably will go out in this next ball. There it is. I didn't even have to wait that ball. Halo 18 taking home that prize over at Winners in Saltertel of $59. That just made me think of Heidi Ho. What's it called? The little mouse. Stuart Little.
Little high, little low.
Little high, little low. Halo getting the win on this one. Definitely some good stuff. As we're going to take a break going into this next game, game number 17, and we'll be back for game number 18.
742,925 points. But then in the 2 million point club, we jump right into second place with Keith over at Billy's Rockford, who sits with 2,004,440 points. And our first place player, who's been holding on to the spot for quite some time this season, Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post, sits with 2,133,180 points.
Those are some crazy point totals, but we get into even more crazy point totals when we get to the location side of things. Because in 10th place, we got Neighbors Pub Dover with 4,004,155 points. With 4,059,159 points. In 9th place, we got Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato. 8th place is VFW Northfield with 4,314,390 points. With 4,327,730 points. In 7th place, we got Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa. 6th place is Poppers in Virginia with 4,903,239 points. With 4,988,400 points. In 5th place, we got Neeson's Gaylord. And now we get into that 5 million point club. Because in 4th place, we got American Legion Cleveland with 5,005,864 points. With 5,196,741 points. In 3rd place, we got Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter, a big riser of last week.
Absolutely.
In 2nd place, we got Billy's Rockford with 6,303,814 points, and the number 1 location with 6,770,229 points. We have Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake, absolutely killing it.
Absolutely. That's been super exciting to watch all these locations as well as players up in their point totals. Make sure you guys are coming out for MegaSota game night on Tuesday, as well as that Twins Wednesday on Wednesday night. And make sure you guys sign up at pgl.world to earn those points.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
our happy hour shows. It's the happiest time of the day, if you will. And so make sure you guys are coming out each and every day from 4 to 6 when we're playing those 23 games of the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. We're going to win some great cash as well as earn some points towards these Jackpot Hunter standings.
It has been a record-setting season, and in 10th place in this record-setting standings, we have Spazwell over at the Gas Can Bar and Grill with 46,000 points. With 53,000 points in 9th place, we got Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar, 45. Then over at Titan Sports Saloon, we got in 8th place Elsa with 58,000 points. With 59,000 points, we actually have a two-way tie in 6th place between 2A-Girl at Jimmy G's Bar and Brother Nat over at the Chart House. 5th place is Kev over at the Deer Stand with 61,000 points. With 63,000 points in 4th place, we got Kimmy over at Nisswa Legion. In 3rd place, we got Not Lucky at American Legion Fridley with 83,000 points. Now we get into that 100,000 point club, and both players are playing at Corner Bar in Goodhue. 2nd place is Bowl at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 120,000 points, and then also playing at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 149,000 points, we have Bobo in 1st place.
Absolutely, and it shows just what kind of implications two big players playing at that same location will have on these location standings, and as soon as I get to 1st place, you'll understand why. But in 10th place, we got American Legion Fridley, who sits with 87,000 points. Right ahead of him, though, with 88,000 points. In 9th place, we got Billy's Rockford in Rockford. And then we get into 8th place with the Tasty Pizza Hangar, 45, and Hilltop with 91,000 points. Closely behind, Shady's Railside and Rice, who's in 7th with 92,000. Then in 6th place, we have the Riverboat Depot in Sartell, who sits with exactly 100,000 points. Super excited to see them get in that next point club. 5th place, though, we got the Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd, who has 106,000 points. But with 117,000 points in 4th place, we got Concordia Lanes in New Ulm. 3rd place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 190 points. Then in 2nd place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park with 219,000 points. And then, as I was saying, the accumulation of having those big-time players really has huge implications, as our 1st place location is Corner Bar in Goodhue, who sits with a whopping 385,000.
Well, what a great standings on both the player and location side of things in these Jackpot Hunter standings. Make sure you guys are coming out to earn some points for these standings from 4 all the way till 6, because you can earn points, but you can also win huge chunks of cash, which is super fun as well. Hey guys, and we are back for some more Jackpot Hunter action. We do have a winner from that last game, game number 18, as we are getting enrolled into that game number 19. Before we go over that winner, though, we do have that minor prize clicked up from 52 to 56, $239 available on that one. We got that major prize that you can win in pretty similar ball count in 54 balls or less to take home $33,289. Hopefully we can give out both these prizes in this game number 19, but make sure you guys are getting rolled, press and play. We want to give out some cash.
Absolutely, but those winners from that last round, we ended up having a split win between Ryan over at Wild Bill Sports Saloon in Blaine, as well as Shan Wan over at the Purple Goose. They both split up $58 between them.
Yeah, good job to both those players that split that Musco win. But we do have some more celebrity birthdays to get into. Born in 1941, we got Nora Ephron, an American novelist, did Heartburn, was a screenwriter in Silkwood, as well as When Harry Met Sally, and was a director in Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, she did a lot of great work. She was known for the American journalism, writer, and film writer. She was best known for her romantic comedies, which she was nominated 3 times for both the Writers Guild of America Award, as well as the Academy Award for Best Original Screenwrite for Silkwood, When Harry Met Sally, as well as Sleepless in Seattle.
Wow, that is awesome. She was also had parts in the making of You've Got Mail, Julie, and Julia.
Yeah, that's about Julia Child, where Meryl Streep plays.
Oh, Heartburn, Bewitched. She's a part of. I don't know if I've.
Bewitched is so good.
I don't know if I've seen Bewitched,
Nicole
to be honest.
Kidman, and she plays an actual witch. It's the one where she twiddles her nose.
If you would have asked me if I've seen Bewitched, I totally would have told you yes, and I think I would have lied because I don't think I've seen this movie.
Yeah, no, Will Ferrell is I can't remember if he's the person that like a producer or director of a show that she's in, or what it is. He might be
Okay.
the star, but either way, he ends up being her love interest, and like she bewitches him. It's a
That's
remake. It's so good.
interesting. Yeah, Silkwood. You got a lot.
Mixed nuts with Steve Martin.
Yeah, she's been a part of a lot of great movies. Really cool stuff.
Definitely.
Happy birthday, Nora.
Nora Ephron.
Yeah, Nora Ephron.
Absolutely, that is super cool. She's very decorated as well. She has so many different acclaimed awards as well for all the work she's done.
And you may be asking yourself, is she related to Zac Efron? They are not related.
No,
Even though their last names are spelt the same.
I don't think that is. Zac Efron does not spell it PH.
Really?
No. No. He does not.
Oh, okay. So this website just has it spelt wrong. That's interesting. But happy birthday, Nora Ephron. Now we have a winner in this game.
Absolutely. We got the Judster over at Neeson's Biscuit, taking home that Musco prize of $71. Nicely done. That was game number 19. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 20.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff. We do have some more celebrity birthdays to get into, though. Born in 1942, Gary Kildall, American computer scientist and entrepreneur who created the CPM operating system, which is an operating system that helps control many different microcomputers.
Yes, he also did other works with operating systems, programming tools, and he subsequently founded the Digital Research Inc., and that was the market that was made to sell and produce all of his software products.
That is really cool.
He's known as the pioneer of personal computer revolution.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean,
cool.
being able to create that CPM operating system, it's the CPN was divided into 3 parts: a basic input-output system, a basic disk operating system, and a console command process. And all that took took the brilliant design of Kildall.
Absolutely. It's such a shame. He actually, in 1994, he was only 52 years old. He was at a biker bar in Monterey, California, where he sustained a head injury, which later caused complications to him passing away.
Wow. I mean, had a huge influence on today. And I mean, I'm glad that a lot of his work is still being used and still helping out.
Bill Gates' DOS system is a ripoff of Gary's work.
Really?
Yes.
Ah, that's interesting.
Wow. He then changed it to Microsoft from the DOS system.
Ah, interesting. Well, happy birthday, Gary Kildall.
Absolutely. Happy birthday. Next up, also on this date in 1945, we have Peter Townsend, the British rock guitarist, composer, and vocalist from The Who. He did My Generations, Won't Be Fooled Again, and he also had a solo that was in Let My Love Open the Door.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Happy birthday, Peter Townsend. He is a singer-songwriter, co-founder, leader, guitarist, and second lead vocalist, and principal songwriter of The Who. Who was the most influential rock band in the 1960s and 1970s. Townshend has written more than 100 songs for 12 of The Who's studio albums.
He also played with Ringo Starr in his all-star band, as well as in Deep End.
Wow, that's really cool. What an accomplished musician.
Absolutely. Let's take a peek at some of his songs.
Yeah.
Baba O'Reilly, Won't Get Fooled Again. Pinball Wizard.
Okay. I do know Pinball Wizard.
Yeah.
That's probably the only one I really know of these songs so far.
I know It's a Boy, Squeeze Box. There's not many that I know, but there's definitely a couple, handful of them.
That's cool. Happy birthday, Pete Townshend. Next up, born in 1946, we got Andre the Giant, French pro wrestler, WWF World Heavyweight Championship in 1988, was the WWF World Tag Team Championship with Haku in 1989, and is just legendary for his size. I mean, look over and see what his size was at.
He was 7'4", 520 pounds with a 58 shoe size.
Yeah, he was ridiculously large. ridiculously large. I mean, he has some crazy like eating feats drinking feats that you just are absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, I don't want to be weird, but I want to see his feet now. He's just such a large man.
Oh, he's
and
just
the funny thing is, for the longest time, I didn't really know who he was. I just knew him as the guy from The Princess Bride.
Really?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a good job in movies as like a
Absolutely.
large presence just because
God.
he's so big. Not many people can make like Hulk Hogan look small,
He sure does.
and he can. I mean, 520 pounds, though. That makes sense.
They even have him standing next to the world's tallest man, who's at 8 feet, and Andre the Giant goes up to like his shoulder.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, Andre the Giant, though, was absolutely huge.
Oh my gosh.
Seeing it next to normal feet compared to Andre the Giant's feet,
Wow.
it's ridiculous, the size difference.
That is insane. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, that is huge. I mean, Andre the Giant, just bigger than world size. We do have a winner in this game, though.
Yeah, Tara over at Mabel Liquor Store is taking home that $109.80 must-go prize. Nicely done. We got a beautiful minor prize on the line that's going to be clicking up to 64 balls for you guys in this game number 22, as well as still having that major on the line, closing in on $33,400. But
Yeah,
definitely,
Andre the Giant, he kind of looks like if the Beast Titan shaved.
I kind of see that.
Isn't that funny? Happy birthday, Andre the Giant. We do have, obviously, some more celebrities to get into.
Absolutely. As also on this date in 1992, Sam Smith was born, the British singer-songwriter known as Stay With Me, as well as a lot of other things as well. He did the song Nirvana, what other ones? Safe With Me. That might be my favorite song of his.
Yeah, he has a lot. Fire on Fire, Stay With Me, I'm Not the Only One, Too Good at Goodbyes, Dancing with a Stranger, Lay Me Down, Like I Can, How Do You Sleep, a lot of big time
How Do You
hits.
Sleep went absolutely huge.
I don't know if I've heard that one.
I personally don't think it's one of his best songs, but it was one of his most popular.
Yeah, he's, I mean, just a huge artist that really found his niche that has really become super, super popular.
Absolutely. He's got a very pretty voice.
Yeah, he definitely does. Let's see. He was actually featuring on Disclosure's breakthrough single "Latch," which peaked number 11 on the UK.
Yeah, Latch ended up being his kind of breakthrough song. That's kind of what made him go huge.
That's really, really cool.
You would know the song if you heard it.
Yeah, I would have to hear it because that would. I don't think
Oh my
I
gosh,
can
I just want
recognize
to sing
Sam
it to
Smith
you
as
because
Latch.
usually I just go off and sing it, but he has such a higher voice than me.
He does have he has a very talented voice. So it's.
Now I got
Oh
you
yes,
in-
yes.
Yeah.
As soon as you said "Now I Got,"
Yeah,
I was like,
that's him.
oh yeah. So that was his first big song.
Yeah, and then Stay
Ah.
With Me came out, which was absolutely massive as well, and then he just created more and more works.
Yeah.
Big
Well.
fan of Sam Smith.
Yeah. What's his most famous song? Let's see. It's "Dancing with Strangers" is apparently his #1 song.
Yeah, you would also know the La 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 song.
Yes, I do know that
Yeah.
one. Happy birthday, Sam Smith. The final celebrity birthday on our celebrity birthday list in 2003, JoJo Siwa, an American dancer, singer, and YouTube personality. I'm not a big fan, but I am very...
She took the stage by storm. She absolutely just swept over the country.
I know, and she took
Like, overnight.
max advantage of her fame by, creating hair bows, creating music, creating
Anything tied to
being
her
on
brand.
TV. She just created this massive brand that
She
she
was
could
the
have her
host.
hand in like everything.
She was the host of the Teen Choice Awards for Nickelodeon for like copious amounts of years. Unfortunately, they did not ask her to come back this year, which I think was not the best decision for Nickelodeon, but whatever.
But I mean, a very, very impressive young
Absolutely.
girl that has been able to find her way in the business world
Yes.
and create a huge brand for herself.
And she's really kind of I've kind of been more exposed to her as she's getting older and things like that. And especially this past year, I know that she's really kind of come out of like that JoJo Siwa brand, and
Yes.
she's kind of actually figuring out who she is as a person. And I love that seeing that kind of aspect and that journey that she's on. Like she's really really becoming like her own person rather than just like
The JoJo
the
Siwa
ponytail.
character.
Yes, exactly. Which definitely makes her a lot more like likable and personable in my book.
Oh, I agree. I think a
Instead
lot
just,
of it
like,
was
the
to
bubble gum, like woo.
was to stay in mainstream popularity, and now she's got such a big brand
Yes.
that she's able to do that while showing off her true self. And so, yeah, happy birthday, JoJo Siwa.
Absolutely, but that was the final celebrity birthday on our list. So happy birthday to all of the celebrities on that list, as well as all of you guys out there whose birthdays it is today. You can check in and let us know, and we'll give you a little birthday shout out.
Yeah, just yesterday we talked about the Minnesota high school duo pairing up again
Yes.
in the NBA. Chet
Yeah.
Holmgren and Jalen Suggs.
Did he end up getting sent to Miami?
They have no. It's Florida,
Oh.
Orlando Magic.
Oh, okay.
But the draft hasn't happened yet. We gotta wait for
okay.
we gotta wait for the NBA draft and see what they take with that first overall
You just
pick.
came out so excited about it, and we had just talked about it, and I was like, is it happening?
I'm just excited to see it happen because the Orlando Magic is already known for bringing brothers
those two
together.
together.
We do have Jim Rocks over at Adagio's New Brighton taking home a jackpot of
nice.
$592. No, not $792, and actually it's $93 and something cents on that. Good job, Jim Rocks.
30 cents as well.
Yeah, good job to Jim Rocks getting a jackpot in this game number 21. We are now going to get enrolled into game number 22. Only 2 more shots to take home this major prize, so don't miss out on it. We want to give it out before we head into Friday and hand that jackpot over to John and Will on Friday.
Yeah.
We want to do it right here, right now, where me and Jordy can give out the major prize.
Absolutely. Please give us the honors. You have 2 minutes to get enrolled, and you guys absolutely need to do so.
No, I get excited about the whole entire Minnesota high school duo getting
absolutely.
together just because it's just really
It is
cool to see
exciting.
something like that be able to happen and for it to have.
I thought it might have happened.
Yeah, I would be excited. I don't know when the NBA draft is happening, so we can look that one up.
Okay. Yeah,
It
I'm
would
not
have
too
to be
sure.
after the playoffs, but it looks like the NBA draft is going to be
June 23rd.
super exciting stuff. I'm excited to see who gets picked, what happens with our Minnesota Timberwolves. As let's look up the draft order. Figuring
Okay.
out where our Timberwolves
Timberwolves
are
are at?
landing on this list. It looks like our Timberwolves are going to be at that number 19 pick.
All right. And Orlando's actually going to be number 1.
Yes, they got the number 1 in the lottery, and so
Okay.
very high likelihood that Chet will end up going there, as he's one of the top 3 prospects in the draft, and
awesome.
it just makes sense for them to team him and Jalen Suggs up
Back
once
up,
again.
Yeah. Definitely. So that's super exciting, and we'll keep you guys posted about when that's getting closer and everything that's going to be the craziness that's ensuing when that draft kicks off. But you have just under a minute to get enrolled in this next game, $85 on that minor prize. Let's try and get it over 100 before you guys get enrolled, because then that will be clicking up in ball count for your final game.
Yeah, super exciting stuff. And while you guys are getting into this, the final 2 games, we do have the Twiking Zone to go over once again, and the player standings sit like this. Did I go over? It's my
Yes.
turn? Okay.
No, you went over him last time.
Oh, you go.
Right?
I
Yes,
don't-
you did. I did Main Street Pub.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Well, in 10th place, we have Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon, who used to be the bingo champ during our Twins bingo, but now is sitting in 10th place with 104,000. In 9th place, we have Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill with 107,000. In 8th place, we have Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar with 118,000 points, with 123,000. In 7th place, we have Yo-Yo over at Halfley's Bar. In 6th place, we have Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 136,000. In 5th place, now it's GTZ over at the Midi with 153,000. Jumping up ahead of them into 4th place, we had Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 156,000. But with 176,000. In 3rd place, we have Simbob over at Bedrock. 2nd place is Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 191,000. And in 1st place, we have Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine sitting with 251,000.
In the location side of these standings, in 10th place, we got Main Street Pub and Kimball with 160,000 points. With 201,000 points in 9th place, we got VFW Blaine. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 207,000 points. With 254,000 points in 7th place, we got Our Place on 3rd in Faribault. In 6th place, we got Steve-O's and Crystal with 269,000 269,000 points. With 279,000 points in 5th place, getting bumped back from 4th place, we got Eagles Rochester. Moving up from 5th into 4th, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue with 283,000 points. With 383,000 points in 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley. With 476,000 points in 2nd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. And in 1st place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park with a whopping total of 762,000 points.
Absolutely, but we have 42 balls drawn, and we got players 10 balls away. Hopefully we can give out this must-go prize of $70.20, but you still have 10 balls left before we click over past that major, so you still are absolutely in line to take it home.
Oh, yeah, and I am going to claim it right here, right now. Our movies released on today may be the best list we've ever had on the broadcast.
Really? I heard you talking about it earlier today, but I wasn't exactly sure which movies were on the list.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty star-studded list on this
Right.
one, and we can get it started off. In 1995, Braveheart was released on today.
Classic. All right. William Wallace is a medieval Scottish patriot who was spurred into revolt against the English when the love of his life is slaughtered. But we do have a winner.
Yeah, K. Mick over at Park Grove, St. Paul Park, taking home $70.20 on that one. Good job, K. Mick. Only about 3 balls away from taking
Yeah.
home that major prize.
Yep, it was pretty close, but don't worry, guys. You have one final opportunity at trying to get it home. So good luck, get enrolled, and try your hand at this final game of Jackpot Hunter.
Yeah, one shining moment to be able to try and get this one out. We do have $154 available on that minor prize in this game, so might as well just win it in 52 balls. Take home the minor and major prize.
Absolutely, but jumping right back into Braveheart, William Wallace ends up leading his army into battle that begins a war. His advance into England threatens King Edward I's throne before he is captured and executed, but not before becoming a symbol for free Scotland.
Yeah, it's a really big movie. It's a classic when it comes to who's the main actor in that one. You got.
Oh my goodness. It is Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
oh my
Mel
goodness.
Gibson. That's who's in it. One of Mel Gibson's classics. It's between
believe
that and The Patriot, between his one of his greatest works for me. And
The
so
Patriot.
it's just so
Takes the
good.
cake.
Have you watched Braveheart?
Yes.
Okay.
When I was younger.
I was just making sure.
I definitely don't remember it nearly as much as I remember like The Patriot. And
Yeah, I
stuff,
think
though.
they're both just really good movies. I think The Patriot probably tops it, but I really like Braveheart as well.
I like Patriot just because I think I like the cast more.
Ah, that
just
makes
because
sense.
it's got Heath Ledger and stuff in
Ah,
it.
yes.
Definitely. I was a big fan of it even as a kid.
Yeah, well, next up in 1995, we got Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yes, Detective John McClane is now divorced, alcoholic, and jobless after getting fired from his reckless behavior and bad attitude. He is called back into action, however, when a cryptic terrorist takes New York hostage in a lethal game of Simon Says and refuses to speak to anyone but McClane. Teaming up with a street-savvy electrician named Zeus Carver, played by Samuel L. Jackson, McClane dashes through the city trying to stay one step ahead of a murderous plot.
Yeah, this is the 3rd of the Die Hard series. Love the Die Hard series as a whole. I don't know if I've seen actually this one.
I don't think I've seen this one
as I've
either.
definitely seen the first one a bunch of times.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I've seen the 3rd one.
Is it in the first one where he says the classic line, like, make my day?
Yes.
I can't remember if that's where the classic line comes from. Make my day. Make my day movie.
Yeah, that's in Sudden Impact.
Oh, wow. That's a Clint Eastwood movie. My bad.
That I was like, I don't know if that's in that movie, but that makes sense. It's in Sudden Impact.
I forgot Clint Eastwood was the one who said it.
Yeah, he looks great doing it.
Absolutely. I mean, there's not a time when Clint Eastwood doesn't look good.
Yeah, we do have now balls dropping in this game number 23 of Jackpot Hunter. Definitely some good stuff. We have a $75 must-go, $182 minor, and a $33,000 major that we're hoping to be able to give out in this game.
Absolutely. But next up on our movies released on this date, in 1999, Star Wars The Phantom Menace was released.
Yeah, great movie. The first movie
This
of
is the one I've seen so many times.
Of the prequel trilogy that happened. It's a fun one. I think it's probably the worst of
the three.
Of maybe all the movies. I don't know.
Okay.
It's between, I don't know.
I like the first one.
Yeah, the first one, it's good. It's really good. It's got one of the
Yeah.
best scenes of the entire series with the Darth Maul fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Will even said, he was like, that may be the best scene in all of Star Wars. And I could argue that. But definitely a great movie released on today in 1999.
Wow, only a day off from the other two. On this day in 2004, Shrek 2 was released, while yesterday was the day that the first and third was released.
Yeah, great to see Shrek 2 up there. Probably my favorite of all time of the Shrek series. I've just watched it so
Absolutely.
many times that I won't watch it anytime soon.
I know.
Yeah. So,
I feel like that whole Shrek series is kind of like that.
yeah, it's hard. I could watch the third one. I could probably watch the third one and be fine.
Especially the phase where the soundtrack from the first
Oh,
Shrek went
yes.
crazy and every single person and their brothers was listening to it. I literally couldn't stand it. I was like, you guys are ruining Shrek for me. Like,
Yeah.
please stop playing. I can't even remember the name of that, or like the main song.
The main song is I'm blanking on it.
my
We'll figure it
gosh.
out. But next in movies released in today, 2005, Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, the third of the prequel series. A fun one. I think it's got that darker twist
I'm a Believer
to it.
by Smash
Oh
Mouth.
yes, I knew it was a.
I knew it was Smash Mouth. I just, didn't
couldn't
know.
think of I'm
Yeah.
a Believer. We do have Lori over at American Legion Castle taking home that Musco prize of $75.80. Good job,
Wow.
Lori. And that means all those jackpots are going to be rolling over to Friday. So get into those games on Friday as we are about to get enrolled into the final game of this happy hour, a little bit of Lucky 4 bingo.
Absolutely. You were right. This is a pretty star-studded day of movies that was released.
Yeah, in 2006, we had the Da Vinci Code released today.
Yes, a murder in the Paris Louvre Museum and cryptic clues in some of Leonardo da Vinci's most famous paintings lead to the discovery of a religious mystery. For 2,000 years, a secret society closely guarded information that should come to light could rock the very foundations of Christianity.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy movie.
I haven't seen this, I don't think.
yeah.
I think I've seen clips of it.
I know it's a
but-
big time movie, and I think I've watched it one time, but I don't really remember the movie that well. And so,
Maybe we'll watch it soon.
yeah, I definitely could rewatch that one. Definitely a fun movie released on today, The Da Vinci Code.
Absolutely, but this next one is definitely one that I could watch as well. In 2006, released on this day, we got Over the Hedge, my friends.
Oh yeah, you don't know how much I related to that squirrel. Just no, I wanted to be the squirrel. Actually, that's what it was. I don't know if I actually related to him, but I wanted to be the squirrel. And then when he went like super speed after drinking the energy drink, I was like, I'm so for the squirrel. He can do anything.
Yeah, you remind me a lot of the squirrel.
It's a fun one.
I also love anything that Wanda Sykes is in.
Yeah, she does a really good job in that one. You got Bruce Willis, another Bruce Willis classic, playing R.J. Hammy is played by Steve Carell, which I think is the squirrel.
Yes.
Yes, and
We
also
got Gary Shandling playing Vern. He kind of looks like Vern.
Thomas Hayden Church,
Nick Holte.
Eugene Levy.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, a big star-studded cast.
Catherine O'Hara, I mean. William Shatner's in it.
Yeah, so definitely a great movie released on today, Over the Hedge. And
Cinematic masterpiece.
you guys just have 40 seconds to get enrolled into this final game of Lucky 4 Bingo. While you guys are getting enrolled into this one, we have a Jackpot Hunter standings to go over.
Absolutely. And you took the players last time, so we'll take them this time. Did you or did I?
I'm going to say I took the players.
Yes, you did, because I talked about that tie being formed in the locations. In 10th place, we got Spazwell over at the Gas Can Bar and Grill with 51,000. 9th place, we got the Crazy Kid at Tasty Pizza Hanger, 56,000 points. With 58,000 points in 8th place, we have Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. 7th place is Brother Nate over at the Chart House with 59,000. With 60,000 in 6th place, we got 2 Acre over at Jimmy G's Bar. 5th place is Kev over at the Deer Stand with 61,000. They are all just neck and neck, all the way from 8th place to the 4th place, where Kimmy over at Niswa Legion sits with 63,000. Not Lucky's in 3rd place at American Legion Fridley with 83,000. 2nd place is Bull at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 122,000. And with 149,000 in 1st place, we got Bobo, also at Corner Bar and Goodhue.
And I will just give you the top 5 that you guys are competing for these winnings right now. In 5th place, we got Gas Can Bar and Grill and Brainerd with 111,000 points. With 121,000 points in 4th place, we got Concordia Lanes Newham. 3rd place is Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 195,000 points. With 220 26,000 points. In second place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. And in first place, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue with 387,000 points.
Absolutely, but we got players 2 balls away trying to get this $8 must-go. But before we let you go, we want to go over the biggest jackpot winner of this past weekend, and that went out to Mark over at Albany Bowling Center, getting to take home $75,849. And him, as well as all the other players over at Albany Bowling Center, supported the Albany Lions Club, who together, their foundation and Lions are helping communities following natural disasters by providing for immediate needs such as food, water, clothing, as well as medical supplies, and also aiding in the long-term reconstruction of those neighborhoods.
And perfect time to end it, as we are going to give it out right here. No, I was so off. We do have Matthew, Kurt, Bad Flop, Bob, Moon, Pam, all 1 ball away. We'll see if they can take home this $8 must-go soon, as I-22 feels lucky.
Bad Flop Bob.
Oh, Bad Flop Bob, big
I'm
time
going to go for
player.
the moon. Shoot for the moon.
I'm going to go with Kurt, just because we love our fellow broadcaster,
Curdy.
Curtis. And so I'm going to go with Kurt.
Good old Flirtus.
Yeah, good old Flirtus. I forgot about the player Flirtus. We'll see if we can give this one out. It still
Guys,
is.
you're such a tease.
It's really struggling to go out on this one. After you guys get done with this game, we're getting to a little bit of skull bingo action where you guys will have 3 different jackpots on the line. So definitely stick around for that one. But we are still waiting for this $8 must-go prize to go out. And there it is, Sparkles 26 over the Silver Spike in Dilworth. Took home that $8 must-go. 2, 12, 70, and 72 are those lucky 4 numbers. Use those numbers however you'd like. And definitely go get some good wins in this Skull Bingo. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See ya.
There it is, 53 balls.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson! Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching,
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.